Well, hello there, motherfuckers. So it appears that we've got a first look here at the Batman versus Superman movie from Zack Snyder. And I have to say, despite making a previous video talking about my disdain, my utter disdain for this choice, Ben Affleck is Batman. It looks good, but it's just one image, but it looks good. This is the actual suit. It looks good. Um, the suit looks like, it looks something like from the Frank Miller comic. A lot of people are saying this, when he wrote the graphic novels for Batman. It's looking a lot like that. Also you could say it sort of looks like the Batman suit they've been using in the Arkham games. So, yeah, I mean, the suit looks good, but then again, there really wasn't a problem with the suit in the Dark Knight trilogy. Kind of looks similar in a way. Not really any type of big difference, really, like some people are making it out to be. But the Batmobile, you can't really see the whole Batmobile, but from what I see, from like the windshield and everything, and the hood of the Batmobile, it's a car again. Thank the motherfucking Lord for that, motherfuckers. That fucking truck in the Dark Knight trilogy, I hated that fucking thing. It just looks stupid. When he got into the Batmobile, he was all like scrunched in. It looks like some S&M torture device. What the fuck was that shit? I didn't like it at all. A big fucking tank-looking motherfucking thing. It was not working for Batman. Batman is not a sanitation worker. He ain't an army man. He ain't anything like that. So why give him a fucking truck, a tank? What is he delivering? Oil? What is this? Is he delivering gasoline? I don't get it. Well, what was that supposed to be? Why? And people were praising it. Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, it's cool, man. No, it wasn't. Anybody who's a real Batman fan would realize that Batman drives a fucking car. Why a truck? I understand that some people are, obsessed with their gas-guzzling trucks, their SUVs and their Humvees and their Hummers or whatever the fuck you want to call them, but no, motherfuckers, Batman drives a fucking car. He drives a Batmobile. It's a car. It was always a car up until the Dark Knight. That was one thing about that series that drove me crazy about its artistic direction. The fucking goddamn truck. I didn't get it, but the Batmobile, it looks pretty good. It looks like it should. So there's not really a whole lot to say. I mean, we're just talking about a fucking picture, a photograph here, a first look. We don't have any actual fucking video footage. There ain't no trailer, ain't nothing else to talk about. So how else should I finish up this video? Yeah, let's bash Ben Affleck. Let's talk a little about this motherfucker. I haven't made a video about this in a while. Terrible decision. Now, I understand where they were going for here. They want Batman to look good-looking. Batman should be good-looking. Ben Affleck is good-looking. No homo there. But, the thing is, yeah, you want him to be good-looking. Now, I enjoyed Henry Cavill as Clark Kent Superman. He looked the part, and, he showed a bit of charisma. He was a good actor. He ain't no Christopher Reeve. He ain't no George Reeves. But he sure as hell was better than Brandon Routh. Goddamn motherfuckers. Better than Brandon Routh by a mile. So, the choice to go with Ben Affleck, I could see where Zack Snyder was coming from with that one. But here's the thing, from one direction I could see where he's coming, but from the other direction, what the fuck was he fucking thinking? Ben Affleck had already destroyed one movie, Daredevil. Now, not to say that that movie would have been a fucking 4-star classic if Ben Affleck hadn't been in it. But, you know, there was, people were trying in that movie. Colin Farrell was decent as Bullseye. You know, there were some, you know, passable performances, but Ben Affleck, no emotion. You know, and every single time I keep on bringing this up to friends and co-workers, everybody's like, oh, he was good at Argo. Oh, Argo. That's the only movie you people ever talk about. Ben Affleck has been around for how long, and the only thing you're defending him on is Argo? Oh, wait to see it before you bash it. Shut the fuck up. Seriously, I think I've seen enough Ben Affleck movies. Now, Henry Cavill and other people in this movie may be able to carry it, you know, and the action scenes will probably be pretty good, but the acting performance will probably leave a lot to be desired. We all know how Ben Affleck is. Stop treating him like he's a new actor. Stop treating him like he's Henry Cavill. Fucking Ben Affleck is 20 years older than that motherfucker. We've seen this guy for how fucking long? How long has Ben Affleck been in fucking movies? Come on already. Get fucking real. Get realistic. Why does everybody lie to themselves? Like with the Ninja Turtle movie. Stop judging it. It might be good. Ah, come on. It looks like shit. You know, you know it looks like shit. You know it in the back of your mind, even in the front of your mind. You know this, but you still lie. You still are trying to convince people. See, the thing is, because you can't convince yourself, you have to convince others. Stop it already. You know it's going to suck. You know his performance isn't going to be any good. Ben Affleck, plain face, no emotion. Every single movie he's been in. You know, in Daredevil, when there were scenes that called for him to be angry, I remember the one scene that I think he had like Bullseye on the edge of a building, and he was screaming at him, but there was no emotion in the screaming, no emotion in his face. It was like a blank face, like a dummy. And don't get me wrong, he is a motherfucking dummy. That ain't a metaphor. He's a fucking dummy. He really is. I mean, he like, you know, it exemplifies, personifies what it means to be just a fucking lunkhead. I mean, you look at Ben Affleck and you can see that's not a thinking man's actor. That's just somebody who's got to where he is because of his looks. He's a pretty boy. Yes, he's a handsome man, a sexy man. Yeah. But, yeah, you know, he's not a good actor. Not at all, motherfuckers. No. Not a good actor at all. So, you know, he looks good as Batman from that one photo anyway. But, you know, I don't understand where Zack Snyder was coming from. After an impressive directing performance of The Man of Steel, I thought that, you know, this guy was pretty good at casting. But I see that I was wrong. Because, you know, this choice is Batman. I still don't care, you know, at least he's got good art direction. I am, you know, now kind of looking more forward to this movie than I previously was. But, you know, I really wish they would have kept Christian Bale. You know, maybe they could have told Christian Bale to tone it down, the voice a bit. Maybe he was going a little too far with the voice. But, you know, it wasn't as horrible as a lot of people said it was. Now, The Dark Knight Rises sucked fucking dick. But I still would have liked to see Christian Bale come back. He was a way better actor. He's a fucking great actor. You know, you got to think The Dark Knight, what a great movie that was. So yeah, motherfuckers, Ben Affleck fucking sucks. He looks good as Batman, in the costume anyway. But, yeah, you know, and what this reminds me of is like Val Kilmer's Batman. They wanted the most pretty boy-looking Batman possible, and that is actually my least favorite Batman. That motherfucker is worse than Clooney. I don't care about anybody who says that Clooney was bad. At least Clooney was a bit funny in that movie. Val Kilmer, no charisma, no nothing in that film. And actually, Val Kilmer's a great actor. He's in one of my favorite movies of all time, Heat, with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. So there you go, motherfuckers. Yeah, the first look, I'm impressed with it, but still, they got to do more. I gotta see examples of Ben Affleck being Batman before I start praising it. All right.